Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building today, and this is his last
We don't believe that.
R&B album.
We don't believe that. We don't believe that.
Why you don't believe me?
I don't believe that.
He don't believe it either.
It's in you.
Yeah.
It's in you, Tank. You know what I mean?
10.
Pause.
Wow.
Shut up,
Thank you.
Emmy.
Get me out of there.
Why?
I'm trying to get him out
Well,
of
I'm not even going to tell you that you look good and you smell good then, since you paused in that.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll receive that.
But you look good and you smell good, my
Thank
brother.
you, my brother.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? A lot of water I drink.
There you go. There you go.
Glasses
very
on.
Your skin glowing, eyes clear.
Yeah,
you know
I'm
what I'm
very
saying?
excited to come in here to a
Beautiful
full
eyes.
breakfast.
Full breakfast.
Full breakfast.
It's the last.
I love this.
It's the last days of the Breakfast Club
Yeah,
as
this
you know
is our
it.
last
as you know
run
it.
here, both of us.
Who'd you say both? Who's both?
Me and you.
Me and you?
Yeah, it's your last album.
Where are you? What are you doing? Where are you going? What the fuck?
Listen, we got Way Up with Angela Yee on the way.
Yeah,
so
she got her own show.
It'll be coming on.
She'll be
after
coming
the
on right
Breakfast
after
Club.
I
Breakfast
know.
Club.
is.
I respect it.
But
You can't. No, not a but. And.
And?
You can't do that. And.
No.
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
You gonna work on the deaf?
Yeah.
And you creating another platform, so now you got another place to promote your next last album.
Listen, I want you to
Your
fly.
next last albm.
I'm all, you know what? It's not my next last album. This is it. This is
not
the
it,
first
Ken.
time I've said, listen,
It's not it.
I gotta step back from the microphone and do the work behind the scenes that nobody, in terms of the level of what I do, can do. Right? The last great R&B label.
LaFace.
And why is that? Because they actually did it. They were actually pros in the space. So the nuances of making the music, of performing the music, of selling the music, all of that shit, they knew it like the back of their hands.
Babyface never stopped performing as an artist, though.
He didn't stop, but he slowed down.
Okay.
But you saying you
Because-
stopping.
Okay, but so you're just going to
Well,
slow down.
I'm stopping for now.
Okay. So you are coming back.
I don't know. Listen, that bag on the label side, that bag with breaking artists, and that bag on the acting side and landing a big role and all this, that's different.
Yeah.
R&B Money.
Listen, once you fall in love with that, you become Tyrese. You never come back.
But what about the love?
I love it. I'll still be on stage. I'll still be writing for people, producing, you know
Guest
what I'm saying? Of course, for my
appearances.
artists. Guess like all of that is still be cool. But the album process, that's a lot.
Yeah.
It takes a lot out of me to do an album. You know what I'm saying? And then the way R&B albums are moving nowadays, that's a tough sell to a label. You know what I'm saying? The blessing that I have is that I'm cost effective.
Yeah, what's the last R&B album that actually sold? Like actually sold, I guess Beyonce, right? Yeah, Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Yeah, Beyonce. Yeah.
But I mean, you got to imagine Beyonce's the pinnacle of us.
Right.
And we're looking at 300,000 the first week as a
which I don't understand.
Beyonce.
Yeah, I don't
think
understand
so.
that. I don't understand why though.
I don't think it's a slight. I think it's just a telling of the times. But we're talking about artists who normally do 5, 6, 7 first week, and so what am I gonna do?
Yeah, there's a disconnect with Beyonce and the screaming somewhere though. I don't know exactly what it is because her screaming numbers were cool, but they weren't like astronomical.
Yeah,
she had like 20,000 physical sales, which is unheard of nowadays.
Even CB, like
Chris Brown, right. I
I
was
go
gonna
to
say
Chris
that.
Brown's concert and they're screaming like he's Michael Jackson. They're screaming.
Every show
deafening-
sold out.
Every show sold out. But he comes out and does 75,000 the first week. Something is, singles. Top 10, number 1. But so there's something missing. There's a disconnect somewhere. And for other R&B artists who want to come into this and, make a career out of it, eat, feed their families and all that, I got to kind of step back and try to figure out what that disconnect is. Because as soon as they can pull the plug on R&B music, on love songs and soul, they will.
You think it's because people don't know what R&B is anymore? Like I love somebody like Rod Wave. Rod Wave is very melodic.
Yeah,
Some people
yeah.
would say he even sings. He's doing $140. You think it's because people don't even know what real R&B is anymore? Because the R&B artists be trying to sound like the rappers. The rappers kind of sound like the R&B artists.
I think that the fusion, like you take a guy like Rod Wave, like we're looking at a kid right now named T-Rail who kind of does that same kind of thing. It's like the R&B / rap / trap / anything that's cracking right. It's all melted into one thing.
Like what Drake does.
Of course, what Drake does, right? And so I think for like me, like the throwback R&B artist, if you can call me that, you know what I mean? The thing that I do is takes a little bit more time to warm up. You know what I'm saying? It's not that instant, you know what I'm saying, shock value kind of thing. I'm still massaging first.
Yeah.
I'm still pouring on the oil. I'm still running the bath water.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything new is take your panties off and let me get this motherfucker. That's
Right.
You got one of those on the new record,
Yeah, you
though. I
do.
was kind of shocked. I was like, Tank. You like,
What?
Summer Killer.
You gonna let me fuck right now?
Yeah, that was Summer
it
Killer.
says-
I bought dinner.
It
You gonna
says,
leave? Not leaving
who
here.
is you fucking tonight?
Yeah, who you fucking tonight?
It better be me, because all this goddamn liquor ain't free.
Well, you
Exactly.
got right into it.
And all
You
your
did that.
girls smoking all my weed.
All my
You know, I
hookah.
don't really smoke.
No.
But that's besides the motherfucking point.
That's some rapper shit.
I'm kind of a rapper
Yeah,
sometimes.
that last song, boy, the Summer
It
Killer.
reminded me of what's the story you reported about the dude that flew the girl out and then she didn't want to put him
Yeah.
out and then he sent her
Yeah.
right back home. That
Yeah.
kind of reminds me
It
of that.
doesn't remind you of that because it was a joke. It was a question. I'm more patient than that.
You think if a guy buys a girl a drink in the club, that she should like have a conversation with him, or can she just say thanks and walk away?
I think that whatever your intentions are should be communicated in the beginning.
True.
Hey man, hey beautiful, I'd love to buy you a drink and have a conversation with you. If your drink goes with the conversation. If she says, nah, I'm cool, got it, no drink for you.
You gotta say to have a conversation.
You gotta have you know what I'm saying? You gotta make your intentions clear.
So fellas mess up when they say, "Can I buy you a drink?"
You just say, can I buy you a drink? And
So
she
they
says,
say, yeah.
yes, I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
Run that. You know what I'm saying? So how you doing? I'm doing fine. If you could just let me drink my drink. I just bought you the drink.
Yeah.
I bought you the drink.
Does he have to buy all her girls drinks too if she's like with a couple of friends?
You should.
It depends on it. Listen, it
On the
depends
salary.
on your level.
That's
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I walk in, I'm trying to impress the friends too, because I want the friends to say, "Girl, you better
Yeah.
talk to him."
But you ain't got it like that though. And the drinks are expensive now. You go to some of these places, the drinks are
How
$26
you gonna
a
tell
drink.
Tank he don't got it like that, man?
not talking
God
about Tank.
damn,
just
that's
said you ain't got
disrespectful.
it like
You as
that.
a universal.
Oh, I'm about to say, wow.
Universal you.
You sure you want this to be your last album?
You can't buy some
That's the
drinks.
meaning of R&B money.
No, I think that again, it's levels.
Right.
It's levels to, you know what I'm saying? Like don't overdo it. Don't kill yourself.
Clase Azul for everybody.
No, don't kill yourself. Do what you can do. You
Yeah.
know what? Let's just get the Patron. let's dial
Yeah.
it back a little bit. And
What's
but,
the house tequila?
But you wanna articulate your intentions.
True.
That's where we trick it off. If you flying a girl out, you know what I'm saying? Like, what have you talked about before she got there to where she's confused about why she's there?
Yeah.
Like,
But
you
she
have,
could change her mind.
she is allowed to change her mind. And
Is it foul if she does change her mind if you change your mind?
It's not foul. It's communication.
Right.
Listen, I know we spoke about, getting into some real nasty shit when I got out here, but I just want to let you know before I come, I'm not totally feeling that. I want to hang out with you. I want to get to know you, but I'm not on that.
Oh, you can say I'm on my period.
I mean, I don't know who that stops. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I don't know who that
A
stops.
period don't stop
Well,
nothing but a sentence. Huh,
depends.
Tank?
It depends
Period
what
don't
day
stop
it
nothing but a
is.
sentence.
That's what I'm telling you right now.
If it's a heavy flow
hotel
day, it might
towels be a
stop.
little lay two down.
Not with a random though, Tank.
Huh?
You can't do that with no random woman.
Listen, I'm married, so
Oh, I'm about to say,
I don't
yeah,
know
that's
what they
different.
still doing out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying back in my
But
street
back in
days.
your day.
Yeah.
Back in my street days.
You like, what day is it? What day? What day you on? Is it fifth?
You passed the
fourth,
third
fifth
day.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just tell me it's day two.
Oh my God!
Tell me it's day two.
Goodness gracious, Tank.
Now let me ask you this: since we're talking about R&B, what did you think about divisions? If I get caught, because that caused a lot of controversy. Women were like, "Oh, what happened to the nice songs of R&B?"
Listen. I cannot hate on B. Cox
You cannot hit on
Jermaine
what?
Dupri.
This sounded crazy.
B. Cox.
B. Cox.
He's got the producer. The producer.
What are you fishing
I
for?
thought
What are
you said
looking
Big
for in
Cox.
this last?
No, I'm
what
not
are you looking for?
No.
What are you looking for?
No, I'm
That's
not.
what he's looking for.
Why is that what he's? Why you doing? Why is that on your mind? It's
It's
early in the
not. I
morning.
just thought like, huh?
There's no way. Early.
Early.
There's no way you could have heard Big
Early.
Cox. There's no way.
Come on, y'all.
There's
I'm not
no
the only person
way.
who heard that.
No one else
Unless you
heard
were
that.
there.
Unless you were-
There's no. There's no way I could disrespect Jermaine Dupri, Brian Michael Cox, and what they've helped create with Division. Because what I think Division needed was a conversation.
That's it.
He needed a conversation, and now he's immediately a conversation. Whether you like the song or not, the whole idea, and this is just me thinking as a producer and as a businessman, the whole idea was to get Division in the conversation.
Correct.
He's in the conversation.
And you know, he said something interesting too. It was off air, but he was saying how, because I was giving him props for having like a podcast host in the video. I think Paul Mines was in there, and Maul was in there, and he was like, "Yo, I did that because I know it was gonna start a conversation."
Yeah.
So I put people that have conversations in the video. I was like, "Oh, y'all thought this all the way through."
You got to be smart nowadays. You know what I mean? Like there has to be a way to have a social interaction along with your music. You know what I mean? Like with the rappers, there's always something. There's always something with rappers that's moving around socially. Whether and unfortunately, most of the times it's negative. You know, whether something being shot up, somebody's getting time, somebody's beefing with this person. Like, we just don't have all of that in R&B. Like, we don't have we have RSVP now. So there's some, you know what I'm saying? There's some beef and some social exploits that goes along with that. But for the most part, we don't have that.
It's always been there for R&B though. I mean,
what?
there's always been beefs. It's just
Like what?
They just don't come to the forefront.
Like what that helps us sell records?
TGT
Or
beef.
it helps people that didn't help us. That hurt us.
I don't think that helps the rapper sell either though nowadays.
Yes, it does.
I don't think so.
I did with Jay
Absolutely.
and Nas. I'm sure
That
it
was
does
back in the
when-
day though.
I'm sure
Like
it does when they
nowadays,
throw-
I don't think people care.
For them,
Drake and Meek,
that
I'm sure
type of
did.
presence, it makes sense for them. Because when they out there saying, yeah, you know, niggas fuck with me, I'll kill all these niggas, people show up for that. They champion that because that's the energy that they want from them. Like, what is our energy that creates a huge social presence that they're going to take and run with? Like, we're trying to sell love. We're trying to sell sensuality. We're
Right.
trying to sell relationships. And that's just not high key at the moment.
So with all that being said, you know, with this new project coming out, what do you expect, right? We talked about Beyonce's numbers. We talked about Chris Brown's numbers. So what is Tank expecting?
I expect the people who've been there for the last 22 years to show up. And if anybody extra does, God bless you. This is for them. This is for my people. This is for the people who love and fuck with me. That's it.
Do you think there's a point where R&B artists get to where it don't matter if you put out new music because people love your catalog so much?
It depends on what kind of artist you want to be. If you want to be a legacy artist, absolutely. I've always subscribed to be a current artist. I like being in the current conversation.
Gotcha.
I like being on current stages. Like no disrespect to any of the guys who came in when I came in, but those guys are great with what their catalogs have done and continue to do. I'm not okay with that.
Last time you were here, we talked about Genuine and Tyrese, and you were telling everybody that you just wanted Genuine to do the damn dance.
I wanted him to do the damn dance. Yes.
Have you spoke to him since?
Yeah,
That
we
went
laughed.
viral.
We laughed about it. Yeah.
We laughed. So y'all laughed about
We
it.
laughed about it.
What dance
Yeah.
didn't he do? Genuine
The
be
pony
always
dance.
dancing.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's been doing some other stuff.
He's been doing
mean?
some different shit.
I thought you was trying new dances. You can't try new dances?
Genuine don't hump the speakers no more. You know what I'm saying? He don't hump the towel on the floor no more. He doesn't do the pony dance at the beginning of Pony
It's a
anymore.
little older, Tank. You know
He
that.
doesn't have dancers on. I just saw Janet Jackson in Cincinnati. I opened for Janet Jackson. Shout out to me.
Oh, that's dope. Shout out to me. Shout out to me.
Shout out to me.
Shout out to Tank.
And I watched Janet Jackson go full out for an hour and some change. How old is Janet Jackson? No disrespect. We don't talk about women's ages, but
Yeah.
I'm just giving you perspective. Don't say the number.
All right.
But
But that's why she probably only does one show a week.
Yeah.
You got to.
What's your week? It's a lot, though.
That's a lot, but I'm saying.
She's going to do a tour, a world tour,
Right.
where she will be dancing full out for probably 3 hours.
Wow. I saw her at Essence Fest. I was like, she is amazing.
That's why
Amazing.
That's why we love Genuine.
Should we still expect that from them, though?
Yes.
At that age?
New Edition
not?
was up there dancing the whole time.
Well, then she got a
not?
little nice two-steps, though. They
Before,
ain't.
Still.
before Michael passed, what was he doing?
Dancing.
But that's why he was on those pain medications,
This-
probably.
Do whatever you have to do to be you.
Yeah.
But Genuine is still dancing. He just
Genuine
isn't doing
is
the
still
pony
young.
dance. Yeah, he's not. He just stopped.
Genuine
for
is
some
still
reason.
youthful.
I like Genuine's new dances,
Okay?
man.
If you pour,
I do.
if you pouring up a Hennessy and Coke, you can dance. Do the fucking dance. If you can still drink Hennessy and Coke, you can fucking dance.
I think you might have a point.
Come on, man.
Now,
If you
how
still
much are
drinking
you-
Annie and Coke at that age, you should definitely have to do the point.
How much are you enjoying having your podcast too, though? Because it feels like that is the perfect lane for you, also.
We love it.
R&B
We
Money
love
podcast is killing, too.
We love it because the authentic people are having the conversation. Again, what I alluded to earlier in terms of curating the space or being a gatekeeper for the space. The people who actually do it are having the conversations. So the people that come and talk to us, they can let their hair down a little different. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is.
Absolutely.
Like they can talk to us differently. And most of the people that we're going to talk to, we actually work with.
Correct.
Right.
We've actually stood shoulder to shoulder with, side by side in this thing, you know, this R&B rat race. Like, we've been part of it together. So, you know, we had Ray Parker Jr.
Yeah,
on there
yeah.
talking real shop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he was giving us real bars.
Yeah. Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx, because he knew we understood it.
Yeah, Eric Benet.
Eric Benet, like, they didn't even know about how dope Eric Benet was,
Yeah.
how dope his personality was, like, you know, how musical he was. Like, we get to expose all of that.
Trevor Jackson's on the latest
Trevor
episode.
Jackson, you know what I'm saying? He's hysterical. He's dope. You know what I mean? And his acting has overshadowed his musical abilities, but now, you know, we're having conversations to make that turn.
I'm just glad R&B artists, like you said, are owning their own conversations. Because, like you said, rappers been doing it. Like,
They've been
there's a
doing
Drake
it.
champ. There's $1 million worth
Yeah,
of game.
yeah.
There's a Joe Budden. But who's doing that for R&B?
We are. We are. Who want to put us on TV? Huh?
I feel
coming?
like that's coming.
Huh?
It's coming.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the R&B Money podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast
you
network
go.
right now.
You better do it.
Wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yes, yeah. Wherever you listen to.
Do you think that you being such a good conversationalist overshadows your music? Like, because I saw Punch from TDE post that this weekend. He was like, when did the personalities become bigger than the music? You have one of those personalities.
I'll tell you like this. I don't care how it happens. Like, I'm not fixed on it better be because of the way I sing. It better be because of the way I produce. It better be because of the way I write. It better be because of the way I talk and can carry this conversation. I don't care how it happens. As long as the R&B universe benefits from it. I don't care how it happens. Don't care. I don't care if it's the R&B movie I'm writing. Whatever.
You writing an R&B movie?
Oh, yeah.
What's that about?
I mean,
Is it like a musical?
I don't want to call it a musical. I just want to say, like, what is the last R&B movie?
It's gonna sound
Shit.
stupid, but it's gonna be like in the closet. R. Kelly is the only.
No, that don't
Well,
count
what
as
was
a
that
real
one
movie.
with wasn't Beyonce in it? With,
Dreamgirls?
No, you thinking about Cadillac Records.
That's Dreamgirls, right?
No.
That ain't Dreamgirls?
That's not Dreamgirls.
What was the one Beyonce was in?
What
No, you're
about-
talking about...
Oh, the Hip Hopera, Carmen Hip Hopera.
Oh, no, so
Remember that?
Dreamgirls might have been the last one then.
Dreamgirls might have been the last one. I mean, maybe you can call Cadillac Records that. You know what I'm
Cadillac
saying?
Records.
Maybe you can say Purple Rain.
Purple Rain's
you know
my
what I'm saying?
favorite
Like,
movie of all time.
But then you
what's-
got to count like the what? Do you count like the What's Love Got to Do with It and the Rays and all
Well,
that?
those are those are
Biopics.
biopics.
Okay, gotcha.
So what's the last original movie that was based on R&B
The
music?
5 Heartbeats.
That's a good question. Wow.
That was a long time ago.
You know what I'm saying? But that was even
Yeah.
Dreamgirls.
a take on the
Yeah, I don't
Temptations, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
So
But
is
it
this going
was
to be a
dope.
take on TGT? Is there going to be like
Glitter.
a evil bald head villain from Watts?
How you supposed to? How you supposed to, Tyrese?
yeah. I talk to Reese and Genuine all the time. Okay. Yeah, I just think that, you know, everybody's gonna have to make the sacrifice. You know what I mean? In order to, it's got to be an army of us. You know what I'm saying? Like you just look at I hate to go back to hip hop, but you just look at how these guys move, man. And they get in the room and they smoke together and then they just create. You know what I mean? The next thing you know, you got 4 or 5 rap artists on tour, 4 or 5 rap artists on a song, 4 or 5 rap artists running up to the Breakfast Club, all trying to fit in this little room. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just do it that way. And we have to figure out how to do it that way. We got to figure out how to get Usher, Chris Brown, me, since we're talking about Division,
Trey Songz, Young Blue.
Trey Songz, Young Blue, Jasmine Sullivan,
SZA.
Ari
Lennox,
Lennox.
Kehlani. Like, how do we make all of that happen, or at least half of it?
Yeah.
In one building, in one arena, or in one stadium, and move it all around the country, and then all around the world, because that's the difference.
I feel like I listen to R&B all the time. Like when I'm in my car, people always tell me that. They're like, "You're more of an R&B person nowadays."
I feel like people do listen to a lot of R&B nowadays because with so much negativity being promoted, people need to decompress,
Right.
and that's what R&B music has become for a lot of people. So how do we capitalize on that? We got to take it to them.
You think it's too much music though?
No
Because it's
such
a
thing.
lot of music out. You don't get a chance to hold music too much anymore.
No, well, what you don't get a chance to hold on to are the artists, right? Because back in the day, we used to fall in love with projects. Now we fall in love with records. You know what I mean? So we don't get a chance to dive into the story of an artist. Like when Michael Jackson dropped Thriller, we followed the whole story. You know what I'm saying? For all 10, 11 songs. You know what I'm saying? We were able to
10 songs.
10 songs, all 10 songs. We were able to, and then every video that dropped, we were there. We were waiting for, what's the next move? You know what I'm saying? This whole story. We don't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? Because now everything's been chopped into pieces.
You think it's because people are too accessible? Because everybody would name it. Even when you talk about Beyonce's not that accessible. Michael Jackson definitely wasn't that accessible. You think it's because people are too accessible?
It's a combination of things. It is accessibility, which I think probably killed the true superstar.
Right, like a Sade.
Yeah.
You won't really see no interviews.
I think the true superstars are still not accessible. I mean, that's why you have Beyonce, doing stadiums. You just can't get to Beyonce. You got to see Beyonce whenever you can get a peek at her. You know what I'm saying? But also, I think just the way the music started being consumed completely changed the format. You know what I mean? Like songs went from 4 minutes on radio to
2:30.
2:30.
Yeah.
You got to get right to it. You know what I'm saying? And then the emergence of iTunes went from albums to you can just pick your favorite song. Oh, so I don't have to like the whole artist. I just could pick a piece of them.
Right.
I think R&B suffers the most from the decline of radio.
I agree.
Because radio was a medium created to help program people. That's why they call it radio programming. You have to give people this R&B and let them hear this record over and over and over. I think R&B suffers the most.
But also our suffering began with the merger of R&B and hip hop. For what reason was R&B and hip hop combined, put on one chart to compete with each other? For what reason? We don't do the same thing.
Yeah, I never understood that. Hip hop and R&B charts. That don't make no sense.
Why when my album comes out, I'm competing with Meek Mill for the #1 spot?
Right.
That makes no sense.
When did that happen?
2000 and
I don't. For me, I thought it was always like that.
No.
It was
2000
R&B
what?
charts and then it was.
Oh
hip-hop
yeah, because
charts.
there was no hip hop charts back in the day.
2005, somewhere around there. But they merged us together. So let's take all these black people and just put them right in here.
Yeah.
Now we have a little bit of separation. There's a AC or R&B radio chart and that kind of thing. But even there, they kind of make that chart little. You know what I'm saying? It's still about the Hot 100 and the R&B and hip hop urban mainstream chart. But why?
You think it's because artists started doing both? Like artists started singing and rapping?
No, I don't.
Probably because they don't value black music enough to have
There's
more than
all
one
the black
chart.
people in the one category.
That's what I say. Like they haven't combined any other charts.
It's not like country and pop.
It ain't like country and pop. It ain't. And listen, and the traditions are still upheld in other genres. Like in country, if they don't feel like you country enough, you can't be country.
That's right.
You right.
That's right.
They will call you out. They will say, "Look here, boy, that is not country music. Okay, we don't like the way you look. We don't like the way you dance. You don't have any twang in your track. You don't qualify."
Yeah, they did it with Lil Nas X at first.
Where's our tradition? Where's our foundational standpoint where we say, hey, that's not R&B. That has to be over there with them.
So what does R&B look like then? That's a good question. What does traditional R&B look like?
I mean,
a throwback R&B artist.
Right now, like if you're asking me if we can just say artists, Jasmine Sullivan is traditional R&B.
I agree.
Beyonce, whenever she feels like it, will have a traditional R&B moment.
It's her last traditional R&B. Would you put that in the R&B charts? Her last project.
I mean, I think house music is rooted in R&B.
Or
you know what I mean? Like that's the foundation of house music. So I would say yes. But I mean, why isn't there a house music chart?
Well, that dance wouldn't dance be?
It wouldn't be dance or pop.
However you want to, you know what I'm saying? But it's rooted in R&B. I mean, we can have that chart. I'm not mad at that. But her, that's traditional R&B.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Lucky Day. It's updated, but that man is doing R&B music.
Yeah, I love
sure.
I love that you mentioned Jasmine because even when you talk about content, right? People act like the content of R&B got to be a certain way, but there's always been R&B like Hotels. It just was sang.
Man, Prince had his ass out. Prince had his butt cheeks out, man.
He did have his cheeks out.
Like let's stop acting like R&B has just become, this racy element where we dive in and really talk that shit. It's been that way. You know what I'm saying? Darling Nikki, we really don't remember that song? We really don't remember Rick James? You know what I'm saying? Like these moments have been happening. It's just that now, I mean, we've changed the words. We've added some nasty words. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck is prevalent in my music.
You might have contributed to the problem a little bit though, Tank, and I'll tell you why. When there's conversations about who's better, Chris Brown or Michael, and you bring up everything except for music and dancing.
That's not what I said.
But you did. You said you brought up a whole bunch of stuff that had nothing to do with music and dancing.
Better. I said more gifted. Are you gonna do the young one?
But y'all knew. But you know what they meant.
We did this again, right?
But when they said gifted and talented, you know they meant musically.
No, they only meant music. And I feel like what makes Chris Brown so amazing is that his gifts outside of music contribute to his music. You know what I mean? Like let's say just he's a superior athlete. Chris Brown will be on that 10-foot ledge. And in the middle of his show, jump, do a somersault, land on the bottom stage, on beat. That's exciting.
Okay, so if he's good at basketball, Prince was incredible at basketball.
Prince was not incredible at basketball.
I can't
First
tell.
Of all, don't let the Charlie Murphy story.
Have you played against Prince in basketball?
He was cool. You know what I'm saying? He was cool.
He wasn't about to go pro?
No.
Well, Chris not either.
It was unassuming when you saw him play. Like, oh, Prince can actually play.
It was more surprising.
It was more surprising.
He backing you up with them butt cheeks.
Dave Chappelle, back me up on this. He was more surprising than anything that this guy with a blouse on can actually hoop.
And platforms on, he could hoop.
Chris Brown plays against pros.
I'm sure Prince did. He's Prince.
No, he
I'm
did
sure mad
not.
pros ran with him in the 80s and 90s in Minnesota.
I think he just enjoyed playing basketball. Michael Jordan did not go to Prince's house and say, man, you want to do a game of pickup?
I don't know. That's Prince, man.
Prince wasn't inviting nobody over to his house to say, let's play a game of pickup.
All I'm saying is all that stuff has nothing to do with music.
I'm not, in terms of music, I don't think there'll ever be another Michael Jackson.
No.
There will never be where all of these things line up so perfectly. I mean, because for Michael Jackson, it started when he was what? 10?
Like 5, right? He was a kid.
Young kid.
Yeah.
He's a kid.
5, 6 years old.
He's a baby on TV with albums out. And the artist development that they went through
right
at that time, them rehearsals, like We don't talk enough about Joe Jackson.
Salute to Joe Jackson.
Correct.
Yeah.
You're going to get in here and you're going to learn these steps. And listen, there was no auto-tune. There was no let's get it line by line. He was singing songs from the top to the bottom. Full chest.
Where?
The development was different. Michael Jackson was dancing 8 hours a day to build a style that became his own. Yeah, there are pieces from Bob Fosse. There are pieces from, the street guys that gave him the moonwalk. Yeah, but he took it all and perfected it. We don't have that level of discipline anymore. We don't have that level of work ethic anymore. So there will never be. The closest we have to it is Chris Brown.
But what about Usher and the Beyoncés?
I will give you Beyonce is the greatest female artist of all times. Close. I would go Michael Jackson, Beyonce.
Performing wise?
Overall.
Everything.
It's a lot, bro.
Beyonce is my number 2.
See, the reason...
Who's number 2 for you?
As far as what? Just overall?
Overall.
Bro, I don't think nobody better than Prince and Stevie Wonder, bro, when it comes to just pure musical talent.
Overall?
Well, when you add in the performance aspect of dancing, but...
Overall. Performance, music, vocals, styling.
And if you think about Prince as a songwriter and playing instruments and doing movies.
I think if you looked at it in basketball terms, like NBA 2K, there's a lot of categories Prince and Stevie Wonder are like 99s and over Michael and Beyonce.
Over?
Yeah, bro. The dancing, yes, they 99 all day.
Stevie Wonder, if we're just talking musicality, I understand Stevie Wonder couldn't get up and dance and do all of that. I understand that part of it. Musicality-wise, nobody beats Stevie Wonder, right?
Prince, too. Stevie and Prince, they the 1 and 2 for me.
Stevie
and any
Wonder
order you want
is
to put
by far the most different musician and singer we've ever experienced.
We don't appreciate Stevie, bro.
We have to. You know what I'm saying? Those of us who are in the trade and in the craft, we have to. Stevie is by far the most different beast we've ever seen, ever. But I'm just saying, putting it all together. When you see Beyonce in a stadium, you know what I'm saying, going that crazy, like that's different.
Yeah,
that's different.
I guess I give it to Prince and Stevie because they, like you said, they play instruments and they write. Not saying Beyonce don't write, but Prince and Stevie wrote. Stevie wrote for Michael.
Like how many instruments does Prince play?
Listen,
Stevie wrote for Michael.
We're going to musicality and the instruments.
Wrote.
I respect it, and Prince was a hellified performer.
Yes,
I do have to.
And Purple Rain, one of the best movies ever.
One of the best movies, I do. But I do.
I think Beyonce and Michael are the most popular.
I do pick Beyonce over Prince.
Really?
Yeah, some people gonna be upset with me.
You got to give me what I need to, and I'm a Pinkett Smith Winfrey Knowles Carter, but you got to tell me how you come to that.
I think Prince is a dope singer with his own style, but I think Beyonce is more my kind of singer.
Okay, better vocalist. All right.
She's a better vocalist to me. In terms of her performance style, like Prince was a rock star with his performance style, right? On some Lenny Kravitz / like he was in that space. Beyonce is a very refined performer in that, it's choreographed, the artistic presentation around it is curated to the T. The production of it is just, it's millions of dollars worth of production surrounding her, and she doesn't get swallowed by it. She actually stands in front of it and owns it. Beauty unmatched. Like she's
there you go. Talking about stuff that ain't got nothing to do with music.
No. That plays a part.
Prince was fine.
I don't know that. I don't know. I have no
stop
idea.
it. Prince was gorgeous.
I can't give you that.
Prince was gorgeous. He had beautiful eyes.
You are a
you stop. Prince put a lot of amazing women on and introduced us.
You know he was gorgeous.
No, I'm not saying
Prince had all the ladies.
I'm not gonna say
Prince had all the ladies.
He was gorgeous. I'm gonna say Prince looked at me once and it threw me off. I didn't like the way I felt. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Prince wasn't gorgeous.
I didn't like the way I felt. I don't know what the energy was.
Tell us the story, Tank. Where was y'all at?
Here we go.
Turn on the lights.
I'm just asking.
So, Jamie was having this party.
Jamie was having a party.
It always starts with Jamie having a party, right? Jamie was having this party, and we I guess some fancy hotel, presidential suite, or whatever, and just people were just rolling in. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was just rolling in. And then all of a sudden, Prince rolls in. And I'm like, oh, shit, Prince just rolled in. And so, security is a mob, everybody's a commotion, and Prince is over here. And so I'm kind of just standing, me and my guys just standing off. And I look off into the distance, maybe like just a little bit past where you are, and Prince is looking at me like this. I'm like, do I look back at this? Does he know?
Back at it.
Does he know my? No,
Look back at it. Tank.
Not back at
Like
it.
back at
Oh,
it.
my fault. My
Back
fault.
at it.
Boy, you heavy this morning, boy. Boy,
Go again.
boy, I don't know.
So go ahead, finish the story. You're looking back at it.
I don't know what you was clicking and pouring up this morning. Come back. So he's literally staring at me. And I don't know if he knows my music. I don't know. It's my first time ever seeing Prince. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of like out of nowhere, he just starts walking towards me and does this kind of walk by me and gives me and keeps walking.
Wow.
Whoa. And what did you do?
Stood there.
I just stood there. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know, like, Prince had
You
this
didn't say
thing.
hi?
He didn't say anything.
But you didn't
He-
say hi? Like, hi,
I was going to
Mr.
say hi, but
Prince?
he said that.
Yeah.
And I was like,
What'd you do to Prince?
I didn't do anything to Prince. You know what I'm saying?
Was
you
he
I,
sure?
doing just when he walked by?
I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, he's giving me some energy. And Prince is known for
Shade.
if he likes you or respects you in some kind of way, he's known for showing it in a very weird way.
Yeah. Right.
Like one of my guys that playing guitar, that was playing guitar for him, he was like, yeah, man, I was playing guitar. We was at the house or whatever playing, and just out of nowhere, Prince ran up on me and sprayed me with some purple spray.
What?
Ran up on him and sprayed him with woo.
You mean
And then ran
lavender?
off. Huh?
You mean lavender?
I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
How do you do it? You can say, what? Do that
gosh.
again? How you did it?
I don't know. I'm not doing this.
I want somebody to edit Tank talking about Prince walking in. He's like, woo! I saw Prince walking in. Woo!
But he'd have abnormal praise practices where he would praise
Yeah.
you. You just didn't know how to receive it. And my guy was like, I want to fight him because it was like he maced me. But they was like, no, you good. That's how he's showing his
It's like
affection.
Man.
Holy water.
Yeah, so he was bouncing and misbehaving right past me, and I'm like, is that an invitation or something? I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what that was. But
So you never got a chance to actually have a conversation with him?
I never got a chance to.
Wow.
We went to the club after, and Jamie was like, "We going to the club. Prince is there." It was Sayers Club, and it was it's where we do live music, and Prince was supposed to perform and all that stuff. And literally, we walked in. As soon as we walked in, Prince looked over and left.
Damn.
Damn.
So what vibe you think? So you think it was a good vibe or a bad vibe that he was giving you?
I don't know. I mean, I'm slightly attractive as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm handsome. You know what I'm saying? And maybe Prince could recognize, handsomeness.
Yeah.
Think so?
You know
That's
what I'm
what it
saying?
was?
I mean, Charlamagne, as soon as I walked in, he noticed
Yeah.
that, you know what I'm
He
saying?
did say he said
That
you
is-
smell
that's
good.
facts.
You look good, you smell good. I was
It's a
talking about
look-
just the
That's
healthiness of it all.
Yeah,
I'm talking from a health
I was
perspective.
healthy then as well. I was,
Yeah.
I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Prince, he saw the healthiness.
Before we go back to your album, I just want to ask you, you said Beyonce. Two other women come to my mind, Janet Jackson and Tina Turner. You think Beyonce got both of them?
I think Beyonce is the evolution of Tina Turner and Janet Jackson,
I can see that.
right? I think she's a hybrid of all of that because Tina Turner danced with her soul, right? Tina Turner performed with her soul. Janet Jackson performed with precision. Again, that 8 hours a day, that, you know what I'm saying, that real artist development. And Beyonce is a combination of all of that.
True. Now, I know this is your last album. Does you losing some of your hearing have anything to do with that? 'Cause I saw where you
Absolutely.
said that you experience vertigo damn near every day.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, these are all things that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to build the label. I've always wanted to move into acting full time and be very, very successful at it. I've always wanted to do stand up, but I also always thought I had time. You know what I mean? I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get to it. Yeah, it's gonna be dope. Give me a second. And losing my hearing, it really sped things up for me because that happened in a matter of 3 days.
Really? Was it an
wasn't-
accident or something? Or?
No, sudden sensory neural hearing loss. They have no why.
Wow.
It's just nerve damage that comes out of nowhere, and there is no fix.
Wow.
They're like, let's put you on all these medications, fuck your body up even more. Hopefully it helps your ear.
Did it work? Did it help your ear?
No.
Damn.
It hurt my body though. You know, I went through a
How did it
period.
hurt your body, pause it?
Like, it's a very powerful steroid, very damaging steroid. So like, I didn't look or feel, or I wasn't the Tank you knew by any means, and sent me into depression. And not just depression because of what I was going through. The medicine does that to you. It sent me into an eating frenzy. Like, you know, I have chronic reflux as it is, and so I would literally sit and just eat and eat and eat to the point to where my stomach is out to here and I have to sit up to sleep.
Damn.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I couldn't really sleep, and it stole all of my drive. It killed it. Any get up and go, any less work out, any less go out, anything, it killed it. So, you know, nobody really knows this, but, you know, for the first time in my life, for the first time in my career, I was chubby. Like, I was big.
When was it? What year was this?
This was last year.
Pandemic.
Oh, wow.
And that's the same time people were gaining weight because of the pandemic.
I was in a different place.
Wow.
And so, like, it got to the point to where even when I tried to fight my way back, I couldn't fight my way back on my own. Like, my body wouldn't even respond. Like, I couldn't. I went to a wedding. Shout out to my guy Don Benjamin and his wife. I went to their wedding in Hawaii, and I had to buy bigger clothes because I didn't have clothes to wear.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And so, a couple of the guys, you know what I'm saying, John and those guys, you know, these guys are ripped up. Omar, they're ripped up. And so it's time to get in the pool, and these guys take their shirts off, and they look like the old me. You know what I'm saying? And they're young, and I'm sitting there like, damn, I can't do that. I don't even want to do that. I just want to go back to the room.
What did Zena say?
I mean, she loved me through it all.
But like, I know she had to be concerned because that wasn't you.
Yeah.
That was a way that you've never been.
Yeah, and she was just supportive. You know what I mean? I'm very much like, I'm very an introvert when it comes to solving my own problems. You know what I mean? I don't like to put that burden on her. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, babe, I'll be good. I'll figure it out. So, you know, once I hired my guy John Gaines, I said, listen, my body's not responding. I need your help. First time I've ever needed that kind of help. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just physical, it was mental. I needed him to help me get my mind back right. You know what I'm saying? To become competitive again.
And I'm sure you had to switch up, after the mental part, you had to switch up your exercises because you're older. Like,
I had to switch up everything.
yeah.
Like literally everything. And it got me back on the right track, got me back moving. Like, I would be on stage and I couldn't take my shirt off. Like, imagine that. I'm singing When We with a shirt on. Because I got to eat.
Right.
The family got
Yeah.
to eat.
And everybody's waiting for you to
And
take your
everybody's
shirt off.
waiting.
Yeah,
Like,
you're right.
there was a comment, and I normally don't get into the comments like that. You know what I'm saying? I respond just to have fun. But this comment I was in Philly, and I headlined this show out there, big show, you know, 5,000-6,000 people. And I'm going crazy. The band is going crazy. I'm a little heavier. I got my big clothes on, my suit. And the show was amazing. You know what I'm saying? And there was one comment. This girl was like, Tank was incredible tonight, but it just seemed like he wasn't in his element. He didn't even take his shirt off. And I was like, damn. Because some people, a lot of people, they show up for that energy.
Yeah.
They show up for that moment that I've built and created. And I wasn't able to deliver that. And that hurt me. I was like, okay, I gotta figure it out. I gotta figure it out. So yeah, I mean, it sped things up.
What else helped you get out of that funk? Because I'm sure mentally and emotionally you had to be all the way down.
There's people around
especially
me.
during
My
the
support
pandemic.
system. Jay Valentine, you know what I'm saying? A big brother Jason, Jason Bonner, and just, you know, my mom, everybody around me, they were supportive, completely supportive. And they were like, hey, first of all, they said, take your time. Take your time. You know what I'm saying? I used to be able to work out for 2 weeks and look amazing. Not no more.
That's called being over 40, brother. It happens to the best of us. Right? I'm 44. I get it. Okay.
So I had to call them people. Had to call them people with, you know what I'm saying, with them pharmaceuticals.
When you say that, sounds like you got some work done. I had to call them people. Sound like
no. I ain't had to go under the knife. You know what I'm saying? I
Steroids?
just need some supplementation. You know what I'm saying? Your HGH levels get low.
Yeah,
and all of these things.
yeah,
Like you said, we're older.
Yeah.
And so your body don't replenish like it used to.
Yeah.
I say, hey doc, look at my testosterone levels. Look at my HGH levels. Like, look at all of that. Tell me what I need to get back.
Right.
And what about hearing? When it comes to your hearing, how did you adjust to that? Knowing that was gone, and how did you adjust to that?
I just worked with it. You know what I'm saying? So like I was like, okay, if this is my starting point, if this is where I'm going to live, I have to figure out how to work with this.
Absolutely.
So for a second, it was like this, because everything was over here, like overload of sound, everything. Like I could only hear in one ear. Everything was in one ear. So you trying to have a conversation with me while music is going, while other people are talking, I can't pick one. I couldn't pick one. And so it just took a minute for me just to, so, you know, if this was 100% gone, I might have like 10% now.
Damn.
So I got low end, I got a little bit of low end, I got maybe some highs, and if you talk loud enough, I can hear it. It sounds like a AM kind of telephone kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I heard the lady on the telephone at the hotel for the first time maybe like 3 weeks ago. You know, I couldn't totally make it out, but I could hear. That's how it sounds. And I was like, okay.
That's great for when Tyrese is talking to you.
Shut up, man.
I'm sure there's some things you don't want to.
Because he's going to go, you know, Tank, the thing is this, yeah, so it makes sense.
Let's get back to the album. Now, the album's
R&B
out
Money.
this week,
Yes.
this Friday.
This Friday.
Now, what should people expect from this album? What are you giving them for your last album, your last hurrah?
You know what? The thing that made R&B expensive for me back in the day was being able to actually put, you know, your compilation together, an uninterrupted compilation, depending on what you were trying to do.
What you mean?
You know, your interaction with a woman, whether it be trying to get her back, whether it be trying to introduce yourself, you know what I'm saying, or
real.
whether it be, you know, trying to get that feeling, you know what I'm saying, trying to have a sexually good time.
Right.
And the music had to flow, you know what I mean, to get you into that space. When the music came on, as soon as you press play, everybody knew what was happening.
Right.
Everybody was like, "Oh, it's time. It's time. Yeah. Let's get comfortable." And so for the first 3/4 of the album, that's what it is. It's uninterrupted R&B that just sets the mood for whatever message you're trying to get across with that significant person. Period. It starts off that way.
Now you say in the trailer, you say they say when you come to the end, you always think about the beginning.
Yeah.
Did it really bring you back to the beginning, and
Yeah.
what did it bring you back to?
Just being a kid in my mom's basement, my mom's unfinished basement, with a, you know, MPC 3000 and an XP 380, little Mackie mix board, and making a song and a track called Maybe I Deserve that I didn't think was super great. You know what I'm saying? I was just creating, a kid creating. Let my guys hear it, man. What y'all think about that? They was like, that's good, man. Let's go hoop. It's like, all right. That was the hype for us. There was no, let's put this out on SoundCloud tomorrow, or no, you know what I'm saying? Let's drop this on the DSP. It was none of that. I had a record deal, but I had a record company that wasn't paying attention to me. You know what I mean? Like, all of these things went into play. I was still trying to figure out how to sing backgrounds with Genuine and be a solo artist. I was like, man, let me just come back out on the road. No, you got to do you, man. You got to work on your stuff. All of that. And to know that, you know, that one song in my mom's unfinished basement sparked 22 years of R&B music, inspiration and influence and accomplishments. You know, that's really crazy.
Is that why you brought it back around and named the song "I Deserve"?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's why I brought it back, because it was also a reintroduction for me, because 22 years is a long. I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Because we're just living it. But 22 years is a long ass time.
Yes, it is.
I'm looking at things now where they're saying, name this old school artist. And they talking about me. I'm like, what? It's me. And the song is Maybe I Deserve.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of, as I say, I want to be a current artist. There are people now in the current who follow me now who don't know me then, who don't know the Tank from back then. And so with the dropping of my catalog, which wasn't out for 10 plus years, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ghazi and those guys who, helped make that happen, and Black Round. It was like a full circle moment that people thought I planned that I didn't plan. It just happened that way. It just happened that I was going to sample myself, put the song out, and all of a sudden my catalog drops with those songs on it. I'm like, oh my God, this couldn't have been more perfect. And so now people are like, now they get the full understanding of who I am. It's not just from 2010 on. It's from 2000. And all of that music is readily available. And so
I have no idea why Black Ground's holding on to all that music. I don't get it.
I think there were some legal things at play. Yeah.
Because like the parent company, or
yeah, I mean, because we were tied to a few companies. We were tied to Virgin, and then we were tied to Universal, Motown at one point. And so I think there were some legal things, because if you know anything about Barry Hankerson, he wants the money. He's not. He wants all of the money. You know what I mean? So if there was a way to make money off of all of that music, he would have done it.
You think that it's possible to be an artist? You know how some artists don't want to have to deal with the business of it. They just want to be an artist and, do their music and put it out and perform. Is there a way possible to still be like that, or do you have to also be a business person?
Well, it's advantageous to be a business person. But if you want to just be that, then you really have to have people around you that first and foremost you trust, which is tough. And two, that actually know the business. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, guys get into this business and they bring their crew with them, their homies, and you gotta give your guys a shot, give them a position, but they're all learning at the same time, which is very dangerous because you can be taken advantage of in so many different ways in this business. And so that's why I say it's advantageous on the other side, because at least as an artist, if you can sniff out some of these things, you can keep from falling into those disadvantage type situations. Absolutely. You know what I mean? So I think it's advantageous. If you just want to be an artist, be musical, and just focus on your craft, and then surround yourself with capable people to allow you to do that. I wanted to just focus on music. I wanted to let me just be an artist for a second, even though I knew the business. So I hired Jay Valentine, who's been doing this since he was 9. You know what I'm saying? Who's with the Jacksons. You know what I'm saying? Hung out with Michael Jackson and fought Bubbles. You know what I'm saying? Who's been learning the business since he was 9. Right. You know what I'm saying? And doing consultings for Interscope and Motown and all of these things, and us building music together and building a production company. Like, he knows the business. I was like, man, I'm gonna trust you with this, and I'm gonna just go do music.
I'm glad you said that about Michael, because that's the other thing. You gave Chris all of these other props for doing other things. Michael was an animal whisperer, bruh. He was the original Dr. Dolittle. Like, he could talk to animals. He was speaking to that rat when he was a little boy.
And you said he was an animal whisperer?
Yes.
Okay. You don't believe that?
I do believe that.
Michael wasn't an animal whisperer.
Yes, he was.
Michael just loved animals.
And they listened to him.
They didn't listen to him.
Yo, he had a rat in his house that he used to talk to.
They were hungry.
Hey, man.
Michael knew how to feed animals.
Hey, man. That's a skill.
What's the fight that Jay Valentine got into with Bubbles? They got into a fight.
That was a jokey.
Yeah, no, in real life.
What?
Bubbles.
What do you mean?
Bubbles tried to bite Jay.
Damn, he ain't want that monkeypox. Jay was defending himself.
Back then,
I'm with you, Jay. Jay knew what it was.
In the midst of Jay trying to get Bubbles off of him, Michael intervened and hit Bubbles with a 2-piece.
Tank, come on, back up.
I am not
Tank, please,
making
back
this up.
Story time with Tank. I need the whole story.
I'm not
I need the
making this
details.
up.
Okay.
God rest his soul, my godfather Ron Newt tells this story like it was yesterday. Yes, Michael Jackson two-piece bubbles because he tried to bite Jay Valentine. That is a known fact.
Why did Bubbles try to
Like
bite
what
Jay
kind of
Valentine?
two-piece? Like a boom boom or like a hoo hoo?
No, like a boom, like Ron Newt. We talking about a real stomp down.
Now, how old was Jay Valentine when this?
Maybe 10,
Okay.
maybe 10 or 11. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. In real life.
I always thought Bubbles was nice.
It's
I thought so too, right?
I mean, listen, animals are animals, right? So you don't know what's going to trigger animal.
I gotta hear both sides. I need to know what was Jay doing. I need to ask. I need
think
to,
This is no.
But
There
what
are
did Jay do
there
to
are
Bubbles?
pictures of Jay and Bubbles and all, like this is documented. This is real life.
Man, now they're gonna be saying Michael abused animals because of goddamn tank.
No, he didn't abuse animals.
They will turn that into
He had to
this.
save Jay
He had to save Jay Valentine.
Yeah,
That's it.
save him.
He had to save
Michael
my brother.
Jackson saved Jay
You saw that
Valentine from
monkey
catching
trying to grab
monkeypox.
that baby and run up.
Yes.
Yeah, that could have happened
You don't
to Jay.
like animals are animals. You think you think you've domesticated an animal?
Yeah.
Listen, sometimes you think you've domesticated a pit bull.
Your dog, right?
Your dog, who is your best friend, and you don't know what triggers all of a sudden. I never thought he'd do that.
What noise he made?
That's why I don't like other people's dogs. I like dogs. I just don't like other people's
I'm with
dogs.
you.
Because people be like, yeah, my dog has never bit anyone. And then Tank comes over. Like,
Have you got back on stage?
not yet. I haven't been back on it. I've been so focused on music. You know
You
what
on
I'm saying?
stage this week though with Jamie Foxx, the R&B Money Jam, right?
Talk about it. How
Yeah.
you know about the R&B Money Jam?
I was talking about comedy.
Due
But go ahead.
diligence. Huh?
I was talking about R&B.
I was talking about comedy.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I-
I'm
oh,
gonna get
my
back up.
fault.
I'm gonna start back as soon as this slows down.
Okay.
I'm gonna get back up. But yeah, we got the R&B Money Jam this Thursday in LA, baby. You know, we got some good people pulling up, man.
Where's it at?
Peppermint Club.
Okay.
Yeah, we got some good people pulling up, man.
I know Jamie's gonna be there. That's all you can say.
That's all I can say.
All right.
Just know that. Just come. Just come on.
TGT reunion, maybe.
I don't know. Just come on, y'all.
Okay.
Just,
Well,
just-
let's get into a joint off the album.
Okay.
What do you want to hear before you get up out of here?
Wow. See Through Love,
Featuring Chris Brown.
featuring Chris Brown.
Okay.
All right.
Let's hear that.
All right. Well, the album is out today. Make sure you go pick
Make
it
sure
up.
you get that, and make
Well,
sure you
album's out this Friday, I should say.
This Friday, and make sure you subscribe to the R&B Money podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network with Tank and Jay Valentine.
Yeah.
R&B Money, and we're getting ready for that movie for you to put out that you've been writing.
Oh my God.
Who's going to be in it? Like, if you said it's a musical, who are some people that on your list of people to be in that you would be like, okay?
I want to do it. I want to do it the same way Eddie Murphy did Harlem Nights. The way he brought all the comedians to the table, gave everybody a part, gave the legends a role, gave the new guys a role, and created something like do you know how many prominent comedians came from
That's real.
Harlem Nights?
Yeah.
You know, they came from life.
Yeah.
They came that's my idea. So when you say who, I'm calling everybody.
That's dope.
Everybody. You're gonna see at some point roll across that screen. Do something. You know what I mean? Because I think that's necessary.
Okay.
It's gonna be a team thing. And then I want to say this: if you love R&B music, if you have a thing for R&B, if you are an R&B fan, when R&B artists put this music out, buy it. Listen to it. If they have a show in your city, if they haven't priced themselves out in terms of tickets and you can afford it, go to the show. You know what I mean? I think we always complain after the fact, but we never ask nicely before. You know what I'm saying? Hey guys, I got an album coming out. Please, if you love me, if you love R&B music, buy it.
There you have it.
Please. You will be saving 5 kids.
You got 5 kids?
Yeah. And a wife and 2 other women.
Who the two other
Two
women?
other women.
I'm just gonna talk about my wife.
Oh my God.
Y'all got that kind of
Do that.
relationship?
Huh?
Y'all got that kind of relationship where you can have 2 other women?
No. My ex-wife and the mother of my other son.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, clear that
Okay.
up because people just think y'all
Oh,
just
yeah, no,
Yeah, you can't
no.
be saying things.
Nah, saying stuff like that.
I'm
You just like to get into
I'm not Michael Blackson. No.
I'm not Michael Blackson.
All right.
I'm not Brother Polite. No, it's just
Well, here we go. R&B Money, saving lives.
There you go.
Yeah,
It's
please
Tank,
buy
ladies
it.
and gentlemen.
I need everybody to say buy it.
Go
Buy
buy
it.
Tank's
Buy
new
it.
album, R&B Money,
have
man.
you pre-ordered it?
I don't even know how to do that, to be honest with you. I really don't know how to pre-order music. I just listen to it when it comes
Click
out
the link.
on
just
the
buy it.
streaming
Because
services.
we got titles, so we pay for
I actually do be
monthly
wondering how
title.
do people do that. I'm like, how do y'all? What do you mean you buy
I would
music?
like for you to go old school one time, you three,
And purchase the album.
and go on iTunes and purchase the album. I know you got Apple Pay. Just double click.
What happens when
got
you do
title.
that though? What
Yeah,
is it?
I got
What does
title,
it
though.
Pay
do?
for it.
It's like paying for it twice.
So what happens when I'm streaming it? When I turn it on Friday?
Don't we pay for stream?
Can
Yeah.
I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Am I worth $9.99?
Stand up. Let me see. I ain't seen you in a while. Do a little turnaround. Let me see.
Whoa!
He's getting up.
Do something straight for some change.
My dumb ass almost stood up because I didn't know where he was going. I was like, I don't understand. Wait a minute.
All right, he got that $9.99 body back.
Goddamn minute. For $9.99? What's up?
So I'm gonna say, which take is it? Is the old take
Nah,
or
I'ma
the new
buy
take?
it.
Which one is it? Is
could've
the one that
raised-
take a shirt off
But to
or
your
not?
point, I'm gonna buy it because you asked me to.
There
Thank
you go.
you.
Yes, sir.
Can
I'm gonna do it right now.
Yeah,
see you
yeah, we
guys?
can do
Can
it.
I
I'm
see
do it.
you
I'm gonna
guys
pre-order it right
now?
now. Let me see if I know how to do
see
that.
it?
He sold
How
at
you
least
do
3
this?
albums,
How
guys.
you do this?
That's all I need. I need at least
really
3
don't know how to
albums.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it either.
Brandon, come show me how to do this, youngin. I really don't know how to do this.
I need at least 3 albums sold.
All right, I see it. R&B
I'm
Money. It
look-
says
Where'd you go?
coming.
Where'd you go?
Just go on his
Go to the
page
iTunes
and go
app.
to his link. Right? The link should be in your
Oh, go
bio.
to okay. I went to the actual Apple.
Oh, you
Let's
went
see
to
if you
Apple?
have the link in your
Oh, yeah, I
bio,
went to
Tank,
Apple,
like
too.
you're supposed to.
Oh, you
yeah,
gotta go to the
it is.
iTunes store.
It's in my link tree. Go to my.
This
yeah.
is too difficult.
me
This is
look
why
at
I'm
it.
not
Yeah,
even
link
lying. I really don't know how to buy music. I'm not even joking.
Here it goes. Apple pre-save order Tink's R&B Money album.
I'm doing
Well, you
my
went to the
laptop.
Apple. You went to the Apple site.
I
Go-
just went to his
Go to my
link.
go to my Instagram.
Go to
Go
your
to my
Instagram.
link.
This is embarrassing, guys.
No, it's not. This is
Tank
actually
doesn't know how
might
to
be a
do it either.
tutorial.
And
iTunes
this
store.
is you got to be classic and current. You got to know how to work all of this.
Where's search?
The real
This is
Tank,
a
right?
tutorial on how to buy music. This is the disconnect with music. This is the disconnect.
No, this you. I'm not joking. I do not know how to buy
Where's the
music.
search? I don't see a search. Is there a search bar I can find here?
Wow. Are you guys? Is everybody watching this?
When I click on it, go to R&B Money Jam.
Yeah, but this is my. I just connected.
Oh,
to
there
my
you go.
iTunes.
Okay, Apple. I'm gonna go to Apple.
Let's go.
Huh?
It's on the R&B, right?
Now it's telling me to
R&B and
submit
soul.
something. Put my email in.
Give me information, boy. Don't stop playing.
I don't know.
Give me your damn information.
Send me the link, Brandon.
You
Send me
know
that
we-
link, Brandon, so I
You
can
know we
just buy it
collecting
from
info.
Apple.
Pre-orders.
Sign
All
in
right. I
your
said
Apple
pre-orders.
ID.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I ain't gonna lie,
Oh, there it
just
goes.
changed my
I see it.
password.
There
Where
you
you
go.
see it at?
Boom. R&B Money. Tank. Oh, I gotta fill them out. I gotta fill it in.
Where do you see it at? Listen, we'll figure it out. But the moral of the story is go buy Tank's album, R&B Money,
Buy it.
out right now.
Just buy it, please.
Okay.
It's a lot of. It's dope. It should be.
Alright,
Reserve
I'm
it.
with
Reserve
I
your
pre-sell
copy.
it. $9.99.
Are we gonna get a physical copy in the
I do
mail?
not.
Yes.
No.
Okay, good.
Yes. I'll send
Yeah,
you.
at the
I'll send
bottom?
you guys physical copies.
I just got it. All right, pre-order.
Where that's at?
Just go to your iTunes. It says iTunes store. Go to pre-orders. It says
Mine
R&B
don't
Money
have
Do
it.
you
Tank.
have iTunes on your? You have iTunes on your phone?
Yeah, I got
Okay.
it. Mine don't say that.
Let me see it.
I
Let me
just
see
got
your
mine.
iTunes. Where your iTunes at? Let me see it. That's not iTunes, brother.
That's not iTunes? You
Right
sure?
here, look, this is right here. See?
We're going to buy it. We're in the process of buying now.
We're getting it.
Y'all go
Ladies-
figure it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, go buy Tank's album. We
Your
appreciate
old
you
Uncle
for joining
Charlotte
us.
don't know how to buy music.
All right.
You don't have iTunes?
It's the
on your-
Breakfast Club.
I
Good
know.
morning.